Hi everybody, welcome to my second show. My name is Thomas and I am a nobody who likes a stogie. I'd like to welcome everybody on my show. It's definitely out to our veterans, our Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force, Coast Guard, and also to fellow smokers out there, cigar smokers. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this, view this here on YouTube. And if you don't mind, it'd be greatly appreciated if you like and subscribe. But most of all, I would love for you to get the message out there to our fellow veterans and our fellow active military personnel, along with cigar smokers. My ultimate goal here is, again, to collaborate uh, both communities, and that's the military community along with the cigar community, and that we may come together and share something that we totally enjoy, and that's a cigar. And if you're new, maybe we can introduce you into the cigars. Also, the biggest thing that's really critical to me, and has become more than just a project and a something near and dear to my heart. It's truly hit me even harder today. Is to bring up suicide awareness. We need to do something about it, and we need to find a way to help folks that are in this situation. And I don't know what the answer is, and maybe you don't either. But at least we put forth some type of effort to I don't know, offer a cigar and sit down with somebody and let them talk, or you talk, or whatever it takes to get that physical emotion and touch out there. And you know, just we need that physical touch. And I think that these two communities, which is extremely important to me, because one, I am a military member, and two, I have thoroughly enjoyed cigars for over 30 years, and I have become more involved in the cigar community to help me with PTSD, to help me with anxiety, and to a lot of different things to help me out. And they really have, and it's a very welcoming community, and one that shares the same camaraderie that the military shares. And so I just hope that we can come together and maybe figure out a way to help bring attention to suicide awareness, but also to help somebody or reach out to somebody and provide resources that could possibly keep it from happening. And I'm going to share this real quick, but I'm not going to put names out there, and mainly because for the family, I hope that if you believe in prayer, I hope you would pray for them, and we're sending good vibes to the family, whatever it is. I hope that you would do it. About 5 hours ago, I've learned about a friend of mine and a hero of mine took his life, and he's one that he was in the infantry, an amazing man, soldier, leader, amazing husband, father of took his life. He fought in Iraq and he fought in Afghanistan, but most of all, he fought in the Korengal Valley, and was a true leader out there, and is well known and well known and well respected by his peers and subordinates, and his leaders as well. It hurts really bad that he left us, but may he rest in peace and no longer have to deal with the demons that rest in our head and in our hearts. And I just this particular moment has really made me, the best way to deal with it is to got to push this, got to push a message out there somehow, some way, and reach somebody who needs help. And what better way to do it, for me, what better way to do it than bringing two communities together, and let's reach out to each other, and do something that we enjoy, and share it, and maybe build something from it, and that's smoking a cigar. I am going to review this particular cigar, but what's important first is that I do need to put out the resources that exist, and they're out there, and I have made contact with some of the couple of resources that I'm going to push here to make sure they work. And of course, for any crisis, including medical emergencies, go to your nearest emergency room or call 911. Don't hesitate. Next resource I want to put out there, the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. All right, it's a very important piece. Call them if you need help, or call them if you know of somebody who needs help. Maybe they can provide you some confidential direction, and that is 1-800-273-8255. Again, that's 1-800-273-8255. Here it is. I wrote it down. Yes, I'm using index cards. I'm really new at doing videos, and I'm an old guy, so this is my best way right now. I will get better at these shows, and I will do my best to provide better props or anything that will help put information out there. Of course, for the military personnel, they have the Military One Source, and here's their number, 1-800-342-9247. So there's these resources out there. And again, like I spoke before in my first video, the dialing code 988 is going to be a direct call to the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. So 988, there's another resource to use. Just like instead of calling 911, you have the dialing code 988. It will be fully in effect throughout the United States come July 16th. Right now it is working, but it works in some locations. So if it doesn't work for you, if anything, please call 911. But just wanted to put those resources out. I also have another resource, and I'm going to rip it off my wall because I want to bring it closer so that you may see it. This is the Veterans Crisis Line, the Military Crisis Line, 1-800-273-8255, and then press 1. Confidential support 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days of the year for veterans, service members, and their families. And this is put together by the Department of Veteran Affairs. So please get this information out there. These things exist to help each other. And if anything, feel free to drop me a line or something if you want to talk, or even to talk about cigars, or to talk about both communities. This is my email. That's vicfirth5b@icloud.com. That's VICFIRTH5b@icloud.com. And I would appreciate it if you contact me as well. Again, losing the friend and hero that he is to me is very, very difficult. And the only way I can think to respond to this is by I got to push these videos, and I'm gonna push them hard. And I ask that you would share them, or subscribe or like, and get the word out, because I care. I do. I really care. And if you're a veteran, military active duty person, and you haven't heard today, I love you. You raised your hand to support and defend the United States of America, to support our Constitution, and you have gone through what's not normal. I've gone through what's not normal. We share a common ground that a lot of folks out there have no clue, and the stress levels and the sacrifices that are made, and not just by us, but also by our families and our children. Just know that someone cares. We go through classes in each branch. We've all gone through all these classes, and they're classes, and we don't have the same absorption of the knowledge, but at the end of the day, we got to do something. And again, I don't know what that answer is, but we got to do something, and we got to reach out to each other, and we got to let each other know that we care. And this is my way of doing it. And again, the cigar community has really helped me with some of these things. And there's a lot of veterans in there too, that I want to push for all of us to try something and collaborate together. And at least my intentions here, at least to reach one person that might be able to help. And I hope that I may be able to help. And so today I'm going to review the Brick House Maduro. Really good cigar. It's a cigar that I thoroughly enjoy, one of my go-tos. The Brick House cigars are made by J.C. Newman out of Ybor City down in Tampa, Florida. You can go there and take tours of the factory and stuff, but they make remarkable cigars. There's plenty of them out there. The El Baton, the Julius Caesar, of course the Brick House, the Quorum. There's several cigars that he has produced, but this is one of my favorite go-tos. It also comes in the Connecticut, but I'm not a Connecticut guy. I'm all about a Maduro. I like a darker cigar, because there's a lot more natural sweetness that comes from the wrapper itself. But this particular cigar I'm smoking it's rather large, and it's a solid construction. And as I look at it, the veins, very few veins that are showing. The seams it's seamless, and it's got a nice little rough texture. It's a good solid fill. But to talk a little more into it, the wrapper of this particular cigar is a Brazilian, and I'm probably going to mess this up, but it's a Brazilian Arapaca leaf, and the binder is Nicaraguan, and the long fillers inside of it is also Nicaraguan as well. The strength is a medium to full cigar. It usually runs, within the MSRP, it usually runs between $5.50 to about $6.50 as well. You can get a box of 20, pushing probably about $120 for a box of 20 through multiple online or within your brick and mortar stores. But it's a really good cigar. I cut it using a knife. I have a couple of knives here that I use to cut. But I went in and I go in and I cut, as you see. I'll cut just the tip of the cap off, and it gives me just the right cut that I enjoy the most, and I get a really nice pull from it. But this cigar is so well constructed that really it's an effortless pull. But also, it is a 60 gauge. This is a 6 1/4 inches long, and it's a 60 gauge cigar. So usually when you go way up in the gauges, anywhere from 56 on higher, you're going to have an easier draw for the most part. I've that's what I've experienced in the past, but it's a really good cigar. Excuse me while I get this really going. But good good smoke output. I've smoked several of these over the years. I mean, I've been a huge fan of them, and drinking some coffee and from a mug that some of my friends down at Fort Stewart, Georgia, mainly a particular person. I'll just keep it to TC. He and his wife hooked me up with this amazing thermos, and it's filled with coffee, Charge 6. But anyhow, I love coffee. I love coffee and cigars. They help me get through a lot of things and get my day started. So, in this particular cigar, I taste leather, pepper, earth, a lot of good earth. There's a nice natural sweetness that's coming from the tobacco, and I also would like to claim that to the wrapper itself. This Brazilian wrapper always, I think, produces a nice flavor as well. There's like a little bit of a, almost like a fruit, like a dried fruit, which was something I got more of on the cold draw before I lit it. I cut it and then I did a nice draw on it before I lit, and it almost tasted like a cherry to me. But now that it's lit, it's a little bit different. There's a little more. It's a little more citrusy to it, which really balances out with the earth and the leather really nicely, and it's good taste. Not much of a cream in this, but again, there's a good natural sweetness that's coming from the tobacco. And like I said, leather, earth, pepper, a little bit of wood, a little bit of citrus twist in there, but a really solid cigar to enjoy. And again, you're looking at about a $5 to $6 cigar, and I highly encourage you to go out there and give it a shot. And again, by J.C. Newman, and that's really about what I can say right now for this cigar. I do again want to thank you for taking this time to view my video. Please like it, please share it, please subscribe. Get the message out there. I want to bring attention to suicide awareness within our veteran and military community, and I think that the cigar community and industry can really add to that, because it's a very welcoming community, and they people are there to join you and get your mind off of things for a while, and sometimes to be progressive, and sometimes to relax, sometimes to just forget about the hardships of life, just to take your mind off, so because you need it. You do. You need a break, and cigars for me forced me into at least an hour, to sit down and just focus on this leaf and pay attention to the flavors, and looking at the construction and looking at the ash. I mean, okay, this got a little crazy burn going, but it'll fix itself. It normally does. But it gives me a chance to step away from the craziness of life, and also it'll provide you an opportunity to reflect on life. It's a nice way to enjoy your day, or to take a break from things. So it's a good cigar. Again, I want to say thank you, and please get the message out there. Help me. I just something. We got to do something. We got to figure out something. And I think that bringing two communities together that are just well known for camaraderie and for the just being welcoming. We need to collaborate and acknowledge each other's existence and enjoy this thing in life together. Again, I have all the different resources written down, and if you have any questions, again, please email me vicfirth5b@icloud.com, and I just hope I can help and hope that others can help as well, and let's at least reach one person out there that needs the help, and maybe, hey, if we can get them to join in on having a cigar, and it doesn't matter what kind of cigar or what brand, what how much, whether it's a $10 cigar or a 50-cent cigar, who cares? What's going to be cool is just taking that time to sit down and share something, and like I said before, you might be able to sit there and listen to them, or they might be able to sit there and listen to you. It could be that moment that was much needed that can keep things from escalating to what I'm trying to bring awareness to. So again, thank you very much for your time, and until the next show, stay smoky.